My name is David. My wife Claire and I moved here from Lethbridge back in June. We just recently got married back in May, so still a fairly newly married couple. I work at EPCOR in IT, and I've been doing so since we moved here. I was raised in a Christian household. Both my parents were Christians, and when I was around 5 years old, I asked my mom something along the lines of, how can I be saved? And so she walked me through this prayer, and from there I was a follower of Christ. As I grew older and became a teenager, started to, you try and stay on the path, but sometimes you veer off, and that was the case for me. And when I was about 17, I started looking towards just a more generic form of spirituality, I guess, and that just wasn't really fulfilling, though. At that same time, while I was in school, I met my now wife, Claire. We spoke online, and she was very open about her faith. Like she was telling me that she was reading faith-based books and talking about that, and I found that really inspiring, and it kind of sparked something within me that I wanted more. So when I went back down to Lethbridge, and she was there as well, and we started attending church together, which was, I was going to church regularly, which was something I hadn't done for quite a while. And just started to take my faith more seriously, and it became something that was, I guess, more personal and more my faith. Almost 2 years ago now, I started to ask those really big questions again. Like, it's kind of, same thing like when I was 17. There was just a lot on my mind, and this time, rather than trying to look towards something else generic and something that wouldn't fulfill, I was looking towards Christ and trying to look to Him and see what it meant to be a follower of Him and what He wanted of me. He's given me this peace and, just this assurance in knowing that I have salvation through Him. Last summer, it just kind of started to really resonate with me that I wanted to be baptized, and it really came out of this place of just wanting to have an obedience to Christ. I want to make that public declaration to become a part of the body of Christ, to become a part of His church, and to just really make that statement known. I know that He was crucified and buried and resurrected 3 days later to atone for my sins, and so something that I could never accomplish for myself, He has accomplished it for me.